hear about what happened? Crazy.
True crime. We online.
Come check us out.
Tune in. It's about to go down.
Know where we at.
True crime. True crime. Based on real life events. Every story has two sides.
Who's telling the truth? Who's telling them lies?
Them on me, anybody with eyes, they can see that this the truth that I am speaking. Blood leaking, what's the reason? No remorse for the family. Where's the justice? We need peace. Another plot twist this deep. Got me on the edge of my
I wonder what's gonna happen next.
Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Murder and Cocktails, where true crime meets mixology. I'm your host, Nicole Mitchell-Colley, and I'm here with my fabulous co-hosts, Amber Watson and Lachelle Walker.
Hey!
Hey, everybody.
So today we're exploring a particularly dark chapter in Charlotte's history involving a man whose crimes in the 1990s terrified and baffled the community. We're talking about Henry Louis Wallace, also known as Taco Bell Strangler. Before we begin, we want to remind everyone that this episode discusses graphic content and may not be suitable for all audiences, so you kids might want to leave the room. So grab your favorite libation and let's raise a glass to a murderously good time. But first, we have true crime news.
Tonight we have a significant update on a tragic case out of Oklahoma that involves the brutal killing of two mothers, a complex family dispute, and an anti-government group. In a developing story, a fifth person was arrested this Wednesday in connection with the murders of Veronica Butler, age 27, and 39-year-old Jillian Kelly. The two mothers disappeared under mysterious circumstances last month, sparking an intense investigation. Paul Grice, 31, was taken into custody and faces charges including 2 counts of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit a murder. Grice was booked into the Texas County Jail, where he now awaits trial. Butler and Kelly were last seen alive on March the 30th, traveling from Kansas to Oklahoma for a birthday party. I'm from Oklahoma, so this is very dear to me. Their abandoned vehicle was later found by the highway in a remote part of Texas County, with their remains discovered 2 weeks later on April 14th. 4 other suspects were arrested on the same day. The victims' bodies were found. These include Tad Burt Cullum, 43, Tiffany Michelle Adams, 54, Cole Earl and Cora Twombly, ages 50 and 44 respectively. The investigation has unveiled disturbing details, including a custody dispute and affiliations with the radical group known as God's Misfits, which the suspects allegedly belong to. This case has multiple layers that we are painstakingly working through. Painstakingly. And I mean that. Okay. An affidavit recently unsealed in court reveals that Adams, the grandmother of Butler's children and a central figure in a bitter custody battle, was allegedly in a relationship with Cullum. The affidavit also suggests previous attempts on Butler's life by the group. Emotions ran high at the courthouse last week as family members confronted those accused of heinous crime. A judge has denied bond for the 4 initially arrested, entering not guilty pleas on their behalf. I'm gonna pause right there. How do y'all feel about that?
I think it's fucked up that they got killed behind a custody dispute, but that seems to be a motive for a lot of things lately.
Yeah.
It's messed up. I mean, like they've been missing for a minute, and their bodies were found in shallow graves.
I mean, that just kind of brings me to the link that you sent us with the mom who put her, I mean, it's not a custody battle, but she, put her daughter in a grave and acted like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I mean, that's over nothing. I mean, we don't know the circumstances on why she did what she did, but I mean, was it because she didn't want the dad to have her and she couldn't have her because she was busy all the time? Like, why would you do that?
I'm still pondering on that one, because that's a dirty whore. So yeah.
Yeah.
I legit want to kick this bitch in the box.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's getting kicked in it. Hopefully hard.
She might not have a box left.
That's okay.
I ain't mad at it, okay?
Nope, not at all.
Like, what is it with these mothers? Like, if
I
you
mean,
don't
and
want
she-
the baby, take them to somebody that does. Like, baby ain't gotta die because you fucked up.
Right.
I've never thought about that with Mina. Like, hey, I knew as a parent, like, I couldn't be for the streets no more.
Right.
Okay, at least I know, like, when she's with me, she's safe. You know, so
Absolutely. Well, I got some more news for you. So, in other news, on holiday morning 2019, when 26-year-old Kristen Trickle was found dead in her home, her husband, Colby Trickle, called 911, claiming it was a suicide. Typical. But not everyone was convinced, including the first responder, Sergeant Brandon Hauptman. Sorry if I just said your name wrong. Of the Hayes Police Department. Despite initial doubts from Sergeant H about the circumstances surrounding Kristen's death, it was only 3 days later that the coroner ruled her death a suicide. The decision allowed Colby Trickle, a member of the Army Reserve, to collect over $120,000 from the 2 life insurance policies. Bastard. Colby Trickle, I just feel like something else. I feel like there's a twist to this.
Absolutely.
Colby Trickle's actions following the payout raised eyebrows. According to detectives, he spent nearly $2,000 on life-size sex dolls just 2 days after receiving the insurance money. This motherfucker, $2,000.
it must be lifelike.
Yeah, you know, the one that just has their mouth open the whole time?
He must have got the booty hole one. Okay. Sparking further investigation to his spending habits.
Megan, AI.
Assistant Ellis County Attorney Aaron Cunningham revealed that Trickle, now I get it, has spent all the insurance money within 8 months on various items, including video games and music equipment, in addition to the sex doll. The case took a turn when investigators began questioning the inconsistencies at the crime scene at the Colby Military Tales, which turned out to be fabrications. Woo! Surprise.
Ooh, right.
These lies and other red flags led to a deeper investigation. On July 14, 2021, nearly 2 years after Kristen's death, Colby Trickle was charged with first-degree murder and interfering with law enforcement. His trial is September 23. That was like last year. Brought to the light many unsettling details, including a psychological autopsy by Dr. Ashley C., which suggests Kristen Trickle was unlikely to have committed suicide. After a compelling trial, a jury found Colby Trickle guilty of murdering his wife in November of 2023. He was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 50 years. I wonder if they left that sex doll go with him.
He's going to have plenty of people.
Now.
Right. He's going to know how it
his
feels.
booty hole now.
What they do
It's a
with
wrap.
it?
All the holes.
wrap.
However many holes he got, they playing with it.
I'm curious what they did with it too. I mean, it's not like you can return it. And my thing is, was the motive that the wife wasn't giving him none, and so he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna off this chick, and I'm gonna buy a sex doll, and I'm gonna get all the pussy I want." It's like,
but see, you see with the sex doll, like the holes don't like stretch; they stay the same. They're, you know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
does
there's
mine.
no.
okay, Kegels, hello,
Snapback. Hey.
do it.
Well, not everybody knows how to do Kegels or snowbacks, whatever the fuck you
Girl,
just said. Sorry,
I'm doing Kegels right now.
but
right
not
now.
everybody. But not everybody
now.
do that though.
Sucks to be them. I mean,
Well,
the worst thing in the world, I feel, is to
I
have a
don't
loose
think
vagina.
it was. I don't think it was because she wasn't giving it up. I think it was for the money. And then when he killed her, there was nobody to give it up, so he got the doll.
That's not enough money. He bought the doll immediately.
After.
Right. As soon as he got that money, boom, bought the doll.
Because he done killed the wife.
I need to know what the hell this doll looked like. But you know what? I noticed, being in the army, like, a lot of dudes kill their wives. Like, what the fuck? But it was like after deployments and stuff.
And see, that's why I had to be the service member, because I don't even fool
Or-
him. I would never fool him with a military guy. Sorry. Not sorry.
I would, because sometimes, you know, when they come back, they just want to let that all the aggression out. Here, I'm right here. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. It's all fun and games until they break your pussy.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you gotta get it.
I've had to tap out a couple times.
They gonna put a little Kegel ball in you. You gotta put the weights in you.
Well, I don't need Kegels anymore. It's been a minute.
Oh, Lord. Henry Wallace's story is a stark reminder of how a seemingly normal and charismatic individual could lead such a horrific double life. Between 1992 and 1994, Wallace murdered 11 Black women in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what makes it even more horrifying is that many of his victims were his friends or acquaintances. 3 of them worked at the Taco Bell, where he was a manager, and even one of them was his girlfriend's roommate. He used his position and personal relationships to manipulate and ultimately prey on these women. He gained their trust, making it easy for him to enter their homes, where he would rape and strangle them. Shockingly, he even attended the funerals of some of his victims, pretending to mourn alongside their families. It's just bone-chilling. It took a while for investigators to realize a serial killer was on the loose. It wasn't until Wallace killed 2 women who lived in the same apartment complex on consecutive days in March 1994 that the pattern became clear.
All right, everybody. It is that time. It is what time? Sip and solve time.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about how I went to stab him, but okay.
All right. Well, we're going to pause for a sip and solve, and we're going to talk about what was just said. My bad. So anyway, you know, I hate to say this, but I used to work at Taco Bell, and I liked my manager. And maybe it was his position. I don't know. Maybe because he was like 6'3" and a Mexican and just fine as hell. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. Mutual attraction, deep walk-in freezer. Many things happened.
Ew.
Hey, it was many years ago. Okay, I was a lot. Yes.
Y'all doing freaky things in the freezer? Y'all so nasty.
On top of that fake ground beef, I put enough going on in there. You know, add coochie to the mix.
Shelving, you know, I was younger and more limber back then, you know. But I don't know.
I just got a visual and I didn't like it.
Well, don't be visual or nothing.
I didn't help it. I mean, you painted it.
Well,
My
I'm a
mom
good
used to work at
painter.
Taco Bell for a long time too.
Yeah.
I used to kill for those cinnamon twists. Some things was fire.
Yeah, back then they were. Now I don't know what they did to them. For real.
Yeah.
They just don't.
I mean,
they don't taste the same.
They had the empanadas too, the caramel apple ones.
Yep, deep
What the
fried.
fuck?
Yeah,
They was good. We got some from the Mexican grocery store after we left dinner tonight.
Oh,
It's I had a churro.
Thanks a lot.
It's delicious.
yeah, churros are good. I like churros.
You know, Subway had the audacity to make
12-foot churro. Yeah,
It was not a 12-foot long.
It's a foot long.
1 foot long.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a foot long churro.
Yes.
12 inches.
It's 12 inches, not 12 feet.
Well, you know, put 2 of them together. Whatever.
No, that's 24 inches.
That's a lot of churros.
You're fired. But they were gross.
Well, it's from
Like,
Taco
there's no
Bell.
filling on the inside. It's just nasty bread.
No filling on the
Okay.
inside.
It pissed me off. That's right. I got standards.
It wasn't soft in the middle.
No.
Well, we can take Subway off our sponsor list.
It's nasty. I'm not sorry. They need people like us, because Jared fucked they shit up.
He did. With his nasty ass.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, maybe
Jared
a lot.
was a spokesperson for Subway for how many years?
Forever.
An extremely long time.
Out
Right.
here being
And then that
nasty.
shit came out. Fucked up the bag, Jared.
Well, now they
Don't
got the
drop the
football
soap.
players trying to, you know, eat healthy, and you got to have something to eat with that foot long. So why not have a foot long pretzel with it, or a foot long churro?
Yeah, I don't recommend the churros. Fucking gross.
Okay.
I'll take something else.
Did you
With
say
something
foot long
soft in the middle.
penis?
I don't want it soft. I want it hard.
Well, then you need the churro from Taco Bell, because it's obviously it's hard. It's not soft.
Then you get BB.
Yeah.
I'm talking about something else, Amber.
Oh, you talking about
comment.
Nicole's mic. Got it.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god. Anyway, back to Sip and Solve.
Whoa!
Fucking perverts. What's the damn drink of the week? We gonna pray for her.
You're gonna have
Right.
to.
We gonna pray extra hard for you.
Long
Who?
and hard. Yes.
Amber need to get some.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
Oh.
Yeah. Tell mom to knock it off.
Okay. Today's oh my god. Featured cocktail is the Murderita.
Determined.
So the ingredients for the Murderita are enough frozen strawberries to fill your glass, 1 shot of tequila, 1 shot of triple sec, any good strength orange liqueur will do, 1 ounce, which is 2 teaspoons, of lime juice, fresh strawberry for garnish. Instructions.
I'm gonna kick your mom's ass.
Blend all the ingredients until smooth. Pour them into your glass.
We're recording, mom. What the fuck?
I told her, if you don't have a blender, put the strawberries in a sandwich bag and bash them to bits with a rolling pin.
That's a good
Then
murder weapon.
mix, right? Then mix with remaining ingredients in your glass, topped with sliced fresh strawberries.
Sounds good.
Okay, Nicole, back to you.
Thank you. All right, back to the case. So Wallace was finally arrested on March 12, 1994. During a press conference following his arrest, Deputy Chief Larry Snyder acknowledged the police's hard work, but admitted regret that they hadn't identified him sooner, potentially saving some of the victims' lives. The investigation faced many challenges. The early 90s saw Charlotte's deadliest year, exacerbated by the crack epidemic. According to the former detective Gary McFadden, the unit was understaffed and overwhelmed, dealing with not only with murders, but with natural death, suicides, and missing persons reports. Wallace didn't make it easy for him, though. He was meticulous in covering his tracks, wiping down surfaces, and even making his victims shower to wash off any DNA evidence. There's also a significant racial component to this case. Dee Sumter, mother of victim Shauna Hawk and co-founder of the Mothers of Murdered Offspring, highlighted that the value of Black women's lives was not prioritized, impacting the urgency and resources allocated to these investigations. Wallace's troubled past might give us some insight into his psyche. Raised in an abusive home in Barnwell, South Carolina, he began having violent fantasies at a young age. Red flag. Despite a seemingly normal exterior in high school, where he got good grades and was even on the cheerleading squad, his darker impulses were just beneath the surface.
Yeah, see, he was on the cheerleading squad and lifting up them young ladies and putting them fingers, here you go. Sorry.
After joining the Navy and a brief marriage, Wallace committed his first known rape in 1987. His criminal behavior escalated after his discharge from the Navy in 1992, which brought him back to South Carolina and soon after to Charlotte. His last arrest came just a day after his final murder. During interrogation, Wallace confessed to all 11 murders. His trial led to a death sentence, reflecting the severity and brutality of his crimes. Henry Louis Wallace's case forced a re-evaluation of how serial crimes are handled, especially in marginalized communities. It's a sobering reminder of the need for vigilance and the importance of listening to every community equally. It also shows the resilience of families and activists like Dee Sumter, who continue to advocate for justice and better treatment for the victims' families. As we reach the end of this chilling episode of Murder and Cocktails, we want to thank you, our fantastic listeners, for joining us on this dark and mysterious journey. Your enthusiasm for true crime and mixology makes this episode truly special. Before we wrap up, don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast platform to stay updated on the latest concoctions of crime and cocktails. And of course, share the love by leaving a review. Your feedback keeps the spirits high and the stories flowing. Remember to visit our website, truecrimemeetsmixology.com, for the cocktail recipe of the week, Murderita, inspired by today's episode, and to check out our favorite things. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep those glasses full. Cheers to the mysteries that keep us coming back for more.
Ooh, that show was good. I can't wait for the next one to come out. Binging on the podcast. Hope true crime never run out. What's gonna happen in the next episode? Nobody don't know. All in suspense. This get intense. No turning back now. I'm all